the Pacific Ocean. It's high noon and high time that you tuned into the Spirit of Sports, hosted by Brother Richie. The Spirit of Sports is the flagship of the Not Pods family. Not Pods' complete archive can be found at Not Pods on YouTube. And now for our host, Brother Richie.
Hey, aloha, and welcome. This is Tuesday. You know what day it is. If it's Tuesday, it is time for the backseat quarterback. Trying out some new stuff. I've been working in the studio a little bit. I'm going to be bringing in some GarageBand type things. Thanks so much to GarageBand for the opportunity. Brother Richie, live from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I'm coming at you high noon on Tuesday, November 21st. And if it's Tuesday, my favorite segment of the week, you know what time it is. It is time for the backseat quarterback. I'm getting right into it. I got about 6 pages of bullshit to go through. Let's start with Saturday. My Beavers, they were 50-50 run pass. That's okay on a normal day. It's a monsoon. Should be 75 to 80% run. You got 2 stud backs. I don't understand. Throwing through 3 bombs down the sideline in the final drive. All you need is a field goal to win the game. With 4 minutes left, and you're throwing bombs down the sideline with a quarterback that's about 55% completion rate. Oh, it's just so frustrating. Same shit every effing year. One bad snap on a punt. Huskies don't score a point from midway through the second quarter. Scoreless second half, and we can't score 23 points to win the game. Keep ourselves in a chance for the Pac-12 championship. Now it's just, 8-3. That'd be great any other time. How about some expectations? Same old shit, same old day, same old year. Go UW though. Pac-12 champs, please. Probably a week from Saturday in Vegas. Got to tell you, I'm a little nervous about the Ducks. Little bit nervous about the hated mother effers in the worst town on earth, Eugene, Oregon. Don't go there. If you want to take a vacation, go to Ukraine, not Eugene. Patchouli oil, hippie, piece of shit town. You suck. Attitude, a-holes, all the blood money, Nike, privileged, high maka, nose up in the air, throw a beer on your grandma. Stay classy, Eugene. Bo Nix is 32 years old. Whatever, bro. Damn Campbell. Damn Lanning. He'll figure out. Damn Lanning. He'll figure something out. He's just another Rich Brooks. Dude, it's irritating though. Let's get into it. Oh, another one. Let's see. Oh, BYU. 4 running plays, 75 yards. Get down to the 3-yard line. Throw a pick 6. When the running game is working, why are you effing with it? You ever heard of don't fix what's not broken? Pretty basic concept. Pretty something to live by. If it ain't fixed, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. A lot of teams could live by that. This whole season, Civil War last year, Beavers ran the ball like 25 straight running plays. They didn't throw the ball the whole fourth quarter and won the game. Is that a lesson learned? I don't understand why you're throwing 40-yard bombs in a monsoon. You got probably best running back on the West Coast and 2 of them. Enough with college. Let's get on to it. The NFL. NFL. Expectations are here every week. And what it lives up to is just, it's unbelievable. It's like every single Sunday is Christmas for a fan of a team, unless your team sucks, but especially for fantasy football, just fans of the game, excitement, last second, controversy, dumb shittedness. The NFL lives up and exceeds expectations every single week, and it's awesome. My thing here, this is the Backseat Quarterback, brought to you by Not Pods, at Not Pods on my YouTube channel, Brother Richie, live from the Pacific Ocean, middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii, where the palm trees sway. I talk about the things nobody else talks about. That's why this is the Backseat Quarterback. This is going to be, this is a show that gets me going. This is what makes me different. Like, why is Aiden O'Connell throwing the ball 40 plus times when you have Josh Jacobs and he gets the ball 14 times in a 7-point game? Do people wonder about that? Does anybody else can you write a letter instead of your senator to your head coach? Or why are the Seahawks with 25 seconds left and you need a field goal and you just complete a pass and the clock's running, 30 seconds, 29, and you run a draw up the middle for 6 yards, and then you spike it and you leave it to a 55-yard field goal that you miss? Why aren't you throwing a couple out patterns? You could throw a 15-yard seam route, get up and spike the ball in 25 seconds and have a 40-yard field goal. Just the stupid ass shit that happens every effing Sunday. I got 6 pages worth right here, and we're going to get to it. And it's just, this is the frustration. Could I do better? I almost think I could. If I put every single ounce of energy, sweat, blood, and tears, and every second of every day into this, and I was getting paid $10 million a year, I would figure this shit out. But they don't. Let's get right into it. First of all, I might start calling it the CIFL. Commercials, Injuries, Flags League. Let's put 11 games at the early slot, 1 Eastern slot, 7 a.m. Hawaiian, and then we'll put 3 at the 4 Eastern slot, so people have to watch commercials. Guess what? We ain't watching your commercials, period. I'll go make a sandwich. I'll mute it. I'll turn on a cartoon for 20 seconds. You're not making me watch commercials. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Get over it. I realize I don't even know if that's really what's keeping us afloat anymore. Commercials, Injuries, Flags League. It seems like there's 6 games on every single one. I don't know how they plan it out in a football game. They're all on a commercial at the same time. I will tell you, though, where is it? I did laugh at a commercial. And I almost cried at a commercial. The tearjerker is the old lady sitting on the bench and they're watching the sledders go down the hill. And 2 of them look just old and decrepit. And one looks like she's a little more sly, maybe a little more zest. They're all in their 70s or 80s. And they're just being spectators. So she goes home, she orders cushions, she brings a box the next day. They open the box, it's black cushions. She goes, come on. They go down the mountain on their cushions, on their sleds. And just they look 10 years younger, and the joy on their faces. And it's a brilliant commercial by Amazon. Little tearjerker on that one. And I actually laughed at a commercial. So they're not all bad. If you are, have a little bit of thought into it and something different. So I guess I take it back. Not all commercials. It's just the fact that they're force feeding us. And it's the same ones over and over. It's Christmas already. There's a Geico commercial with the gecko, and it's an intergalactic scene. There's all different heads of their whatever, solar systems. There's an issue with the thing, and there's some kind it's going to swallow up. And the Geico, and we need somebody, the master of making it easy. And he goes, that'd be me, the gecko. And he walks around. He says, they go, what about the black hole? And he goes, oh, I got you. And he pulls out the cartridge. And he blows it just like Atari. And, oh, classic, the dusty cartridge. And then the alien goes, what's wrong? And it says, classic. Ha, ha, ha. And just the way he laughs. I watched that like 10 times in a row. So a couple decent commercials. But back to the rant. This is a Tuesday, and all I do is rant about all the dumb shit that is happening in the CIFL, which is Commercials, Injuries, Flags League. It's taken over the NFL. Maybe Vegas, CIFVL, CIFLV. Commercials, Injuries, Flags League of Vegas. Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, 41 passes he's thrown, 3 picks. When you have Josh Jacobs, the leading rusher last year, starting to get his groove, had an 80-yard and 100-yard game, 98 and 100 last 2 games, 14 runs. And they had 15 total runs. You're throwing the ball 3 times as much as you're running the ball with a rookie effing quarterback in a 7-point game. As always, usually I start out with Houston. Run the effing ball, because 2 of my biggest leagues, fantasy football, which I have 6, and I'm huge. It's why I love the NFL. I don't have a team anymore. Most of you know I dropped the Raiders when they moved to Vegas for the 3rd time, breaking the Oakland fans' hearts for the 2nd time. And Mark Davis, eat a fat one and F off. So not having a team, and I love fantasy football. And Dameon Pierce was going to be a linchpin in 2 of my big leagues. And every single Sunday I lead off. Houston, run the effing ball. The guy's an angry runs legend. The guy's a hammer, sledgehammer. He's a bowling ball. Give him the rock. Doesn't do shit all year. Devin Singletary all of a sudden is having 2 career games in a row behind that same offensive crappy line. Where was that for Dameon Pierce? When he comes back, damn well better be that. I started out saying you got a rookie, CJ Stroud. Well, he throws for 300 yards a game, and that's fine. He threw 3 picks. That's okay. They're winning. Probably the story of the NFL, 6-4, dead center in the middle of the playoff race. I thought they'd be 6-11. They're not going to lose 7 games in a row. They got the easy schedule. They got legitimate 15-year all-pro quarterback. So that's fine. But Dameon Pierce damn well better get the rock when he gets back. Because if Devin Singletary's doing this, schemes, know your personnel. And it's on a coach. You have to assume. Don't think that maybe this could happen. Assume that your quarterback's going to get hurt, and assume that you better have a damn backup plan. And maybe on Tuesdays, the backup quarterback can get most of the reps. Does a starter need every rep, especially a 10-year vet? Does he need every single rep in every single practice? What about when you're playing the Jets back in the day? When you're playing the team that's going to go 1-15, let your backup start. Just in case for when it happens, because it's going to happen, unless you're Brett Favre. Your quarterback's going to get hurt, and the other guy's going to have to come in, and you better have a different scheme, and you better have them prepared, and you better have had some reps in practice and in games. And it's not just an excuse. Oh, our quarterback got hurt, so well. Kind of like, the analytics, the book says on 3rd down and 8, in the 3rd quarter, should go for on 4th and 2. Should go for 2 when you're down 14. Analytics can eat a fat one too, bro. It's a crutch for crappy coaching, lazy excuses. I don't want excuses. There's a couple overturns. Under the hood, it hasn't been a whole lot of controversy as far as overturning plays that had to do with Vegas, but there sure are a lot of interceptions and drop passes and penalties. My friend Woos, that we did a show when I was back in Oregon, he texted and just said, bro, the more I think about it, the more I watch, the more it's rigged. I don't want to get into that too much. I don't want Jimmy Chainsaw knocking on the door. But there's a theory that I have, and they're not paying them off. Maybe a guy's in debt to the gamblers. I can see that. These guys make a lot of money, but they spend a lot of money, especially if you're done with your money. A lot of money can go quick. Maybe you're gambling. Maybe you're down a few $100,000, $1 million, can't pay it back. Okay, then you go to the other guys. Now you're down a couple million to two different bookies. Now they got you. Or I know where your kid goes to junior high. Patrick Mahomes. Okay, enough of that. I bring that up just as much because nobody's watching. Injuries, flags, commercial. Injury, flag, commercial. Injuries like a commercial too. I don't see it stopping. That these guys are just way too big and way too fast. And the human body's not meant to take collisions with, superhumans. The top 1 percentile of athletes running at full speed. I don't know. Maybe the quarterback should have freaking flags on him. Don't know. I got a lot. This is going to be a long show. This is in no particular order. This is a rant. This is stream of consciousness. This is how I like it. This is how this is going to be. This is my flagship segment. Backseat quarterback. All the dumb shit from the CIFLV. Commercials, injuries, flags, League of Vegas. Coming at you. Make a tackle. How many missed tackles? Especially on 3rd and 12, and you got him wrapped up on a 5-yard gain. He spins out and dives. First down. 3 missed tackles. Wee man. You took him first. Gave away a first-round draft pick and DJ Moore to pick up Wee Man. That's what we're calling him. Bryce Young. Wee Man. First overall pick. Don't even have a first pick if he's a bust. You can't draft another quarterback. Why? That guy. He's a Bama quarterback. He's small. 2 things that have never worked out in the NFL. Drew Brees, at least, he was a little bit thick. And he just had a way, arm release, and he had the brain. He's an outlier. Kyler Murray, he's a water skipper. So quick and so fast. Bryce Young is not any of that. And he's 5'9", and he's 180. And you had to move up and trade away your future to get that guy when he might have been there anyway, or you could have had, make Chicago make the decision. And you still could have probably had him. And you could add CJ Stroud if not. But said, now you don't have a first-round pick this year. Backseat quarterback to the max. David Tepper. You're a multi-billion-dollar industry guy. Or I don't know how you made your money, but it wasn't football. It's like you guys think this is a hobby. This ain't no hobby. Maybe it is. Maybe you can afford a $6 billion, whatever you paid for it. Because you have $12 billion, and it is a hobby. And you want to run it in the ground, that's fine. Maybe get people that know football to run your hobby. So Dorian Thompson Robinson. What if he marries Sally Smith Johnson? Or they're not even married, but they have a kid. Is he Robert Thompson Robinson Smith Johnson? Just like his name starts here, Dorian Thompson Smith, Robert Johnson. It's out of hand. I got a girl on her birth certificate. She's Emelani Valley Van Noy Peterson, because I want to make sure that I am the father. Huge part in her life. I have her 3 nights a week. 6 years old. You might have seen Emelani the Great. We do every other week or so, do a little interview show. But I sent her to school. They tried to hyphenate. I said, no, she's Emelani Van Noy. She can have mom's name. We don't need the hassle. I just think it's pretty dumb that your ego's out. You've got to have my name too on there. Her. Anyway, no, I'm trying to be. This is the one time, the rest of my life, I'm really trying to be positive. This is the one time I can vent all my negativity. That and when I hit a bad golf shot. And when the Beavers F up. So the 3 times that I'm negative, I'm really outside of this, I need to get it out somewhere. This is my release. This, golf, and watching the Beavers and fantasy football. That's my release. Other than that, I'm a loving, caring, forgiving, doing my best to love myself and others. But in this hour on Tuesdays, and when I'm golfing, I'm even working on being better on that. This is my time to get my shit out. Backup QBs got to have more reps. Your quarterback's going to get hurt. It's just a fact. You can't just, head in the sand. Oh, man, we got a great quarterback. No, you don't. Because he could go down on the very next play. And you better have a damn plan in place. And you better have someone that has a little bit of experience. There's nothing worse. 3-point game. You just punted. 4th and 12. You're down 3. You look at the timeouts. There's only 1 or 2 timeouts left. You cannot burn timeouts in the second half, period. I don't care if there's 10 guys on the field and there's a wide receiver, maybe in a close game, in a wide receiver's wide open, maybe a safety. I remember, I love the Manning cast more and more. And they go, Peyton's all, who called timeout? I hate timeouts. Is that the defense? Don't they know those are for the offense? Those timeouts are the offense's timeouts. They're not for the defense. And it's true. And it's not for the third quarter. It's 3rd and 9 and the play clock's running down. No timeout. Now you got 2 when the defense needs them. They are the defenses at the end of the game. Now you got 2 and you're down 3 and they run the clock out because you didn't have that. I'd rather have 3rd down and 14. 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 14 or 3 timeouts or 2. You make the choice. I'm going with, what's this? This just in. Right here, Matt Canada, ? Canned, axed, get out. Where's my Pittsburgh? Can Pittsburgh block? Do they have a scheme? Can they complete a effing pass? Can he pick it 94 yards passing with 2 minutes left? Can he throw for 100 yards? Gruesome. It's been gruesome. Last year is starting to come around. It's been terrible. They've been outgained every single game. They haven't had 400 yards total offense since Matt Canada's been there. Mike Tomlin made an executive decision on his own, didn't tell the front office, said, you're out. Sorry, brother. We tried moving you from up here to the field. We tried telling you, get your shit together. Get out. See what happens. I'll get to it. Let's talk about it right now. Last night, Monday Night Football. KC. 6 drop passes? 4 at least. The game-winning touchdown. The 4th and 25 that Mahomes threads a needle. Watson dropped 2 right through his hands. I know it's a monsoon. I don't care. There's a 30 points of fantasy points for me in my $400 league, Patrick Mahomes. Left on the field, dropped. With all my down to the 1 yard lines and then didn't get the touchdown, called back on penalties, dropped passes, I'd be winning the league. I'm 150 points out of first. I have 200 points. I'm sure everybody does, whatever, but 30 points. MVS, Valdez Scantling. Perfect pass for the go-ahead touchdown with a minute and a half left. Fall down. Catch the ball running and run through the back of the end zone and give it to the fans and jump in. It's fucking irritating, dude. 2-minute drill. You can't be running, first down, 2-minute drill. Okay, we complete the pass. Okay, no, over here, motion, no, over here. Get in the same. We're 2, 2, 2, and 2. And I'm running back. Get on the ball. You're in the same spot. You run your pattern. You go back. You don't have to run over here. No, over here. You can't do this shit. Clock management. I don't understand. Figure this shit out, you mother effers. If your quarterback throws a screen and it's even, if it's 3 yards forward, if there's any question at all, if it's to the line of scrimmage, just jump on the ball. If a guy picks up the ball or he's laying on the ground, just touch him. If the guy picks up the ball, just tackle him and figure it out. How many times, and they're just standing there and, that must have been a forward pass. So it's a lateral and the ball's live right there. And it's just sitting there. And 5 guys are just looking away. When in doubt, fall on the ball, touch the guy, tackle the guy. It's not that hard. That should be ingrained. That's coaching. I put that on every coach. There should be, if you see a loose ball, just jump on it, period. I don't care. There's no penalty for jumping on a loose ball. There's a penalty for not. It's called the other team gets the ball and might score a touchdown. How about catch the ball? Anyone? Catch a pass? You have 2 jobs as a receiver. 10%, 5%, 2% block. 90, 95, 98% catch the ball. By the way, Pittsburgh's suck-ass offense, 4 3-and-outs, and at least 6, maybe 7 drives of 5 plays or less. How many drives you get in a game? 10, 11, 12? 60% of them are 5 plays and less. A third of them are 3-and-outs. I saw a classic one in Washington. As the Giants are running in the 3rd interception and the 6th, count them, 6 turnovers by the Comanches, as Eric Carton likes to call them, Washington Commanders. And I'm pretty sure it was their 6th turnover. And as the Giants running in and the guy does a little back thing, here comes a beer can. That's right next to him. Rolls. It's just like, sums up the fans' feelings. Green Bay, 4th and 6. Oh, you're offsides. Now it's 4th and 1. Oh, my God. I was going to do this tomorrow, but worst head coaches in the NFL. I got a list. Is Brandon Staley? Breaking news. Brandon Staley still has a job as of right now. How? I'm going to be the one calling the defense. You got that? You don't have to ask me. We did this as a team. We lost as a team. So we got to get on the same page as a team and lose again by 3 points or less. Because we do it as a team and we lose as a team. I don't think I've ever heard a head coach say, hey, we lose as a team. We win as a team. It's like, is that your culture, just used to losing? Okay, guys, huddle up. We're going to lose as a team today. We play as a team. We lose as a team. Okay, break. Guys, with his big old olive head and his skinny little neck. Guys, I'm calling the defensive plays, and I told you that. Worst head coach in the NFL. Eberflus. Brandon Staley. Bill Belichick. Dennis Allen. Ron Rivera. Arthur Smith. Honorable mention, Sean McDermott. Can't get the running game going. Can't get the O-line. Your quarterback leads the league in turnovers how many years in a row? Fold in the playoffs. Not ready to play on big games. That's a bad coach. Matt LaFleur. without Aaron Rodgers, Frank Reich, dealt a pretty tough hand, but he took the job. Brian Daboll, one of the worst teams in the league. I don't care who your quarterback is. Actually, Danny DeVito, the Penguin, looks pretty good. Robert Saleh, Mike Vrabel, Todd Bowles. Are half the coaches in the NFL shitty? Me and my friends watch the games. We're not casual fans. We're pretty good fans, and we have played the game and studied the game and know the game. And I swear to God, we watch games like me and you are smarter than them. Me and my friends are smarter than these guys. I swear to God. How about set hut? I talk about this every week. It's called the blocking sled scheme. The John Madden, the bowling ball, the sledgehammer scheme, whatever you like to call it. Get on the ball and say, set hut, set hut. Offensive line, they're in a 3-point sprinter stance. They know as soon as their finger hits the ground, they're flying off the ball. What is pass blocking? Step backwards. That's like conceding. Retreat. Set hut, blocking sled. Muddle, no huddle. Don't substitute. Defense can't substitute. Set hut. On the ball, 15 seconds. Everybody ready? Set hut. 3 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 3 yards, punt. Maybe punt 2, maybe punt 3 times. Midway through the second quarter there, the defense is going to be gassed. They're going to have to be either real injuries or faking injuries. They can't. If you never substitute, the defense can never substitute. When you know where the ball is going and when your O-line is going this way, they don't get tired. You know when the offensive lineman gets tired is when he's in the 3-point stance going, blue, 48, A, 16, A, blue. Oh, no, motion, 46. That's when the O-line just sitting there going, every ounce of energy is waning away, just like the little energy bar on a video game. How about that bar so when you say set hut? So we got an illegal demonstration penalty. And I was saying, it's about effing time. Maybe it's time to cut back a little bit on this. I got an interception. Come on, the whole bench, 22 guys. Let's go in front of this camera at the other end of the field. I picked it off at the 5. Let's run 95 yards. Everybody, let's go. And then you're dancing around, and there's 22 guys on the field. How's that not a penalty? I mean, how about not so much fun league? You know, you score a touchdown, I love, and do the rowboat or ring around that I love that. Let them celebrate. When you have a pick, half the bench cannot empty. Speaking of the bench, here's the sideline. Here's the line for the players. They're always over it. How about there's a coaching box and then 2 more yards back, players have to be behind that line. Doesn't matter how far back players are, they're going to see the same because it's just the other players are in the way. Guys running on the field. I wish I had. I'm working, going to be a lot more sound effects. This one would be a flush or the biggest dumb shit moment, I think, of the weekend. Seattle, minute and a half left, down by 2 or 1, field goal to win. Throw a pass, incomplete, whatever. Complete a pass down to the 55, 38-yard line or so, or the 42. Clock's running 30, 29, 28. Snap the ball. No timeouts, of course, but you use them on D, that's fine. It's okay for the offense not to have any timeouts with 2 minutes left. It's not okay when the defense doesn't have any timeouts to stop the clock and their team just goes victory formation because you were burning timeouts. Seattle, clock's running, 42-yard line, set hut, run a draw up the middle. and then clock it with 7. With 25 seconds, you could run a 15, 20-yard seam pattern. You can run a couple outs. You could even dump off and get out of bounds. Why are you running the effing ball up the gut and leaving it up to a 55-yard effing field goal? This is the stuff you don't see this play on Sports Center, Game Day Rewind, Game Day Final, any of the shows. Monday, Tuesday, break down the games. This is the play nobody talks about. And I don't understand. That's why I take these notes. I'm talking about the stuff that nobody talks about. That is just the dumb shit stuff that these dumb asses do. That's page 2, bro. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work anymore. I want to wear slippers every day and barefoot. I'm going to have a new set soon. I'm going to have choke, plenty, sound effects, music. I got GarageBand. This is my career. I'm putting everything into this. I don't want to go to work anymore. I want 51 cents a month is all I'm going to ask from you. Humbly. Give me 10,000 of you. I won't have to go to work. And I will put everything into this. My heart and soul on this. Yeah. Sideline boundaries. Should we push back? Early celebrations. What? I forget the game. There's an interception or a fumble, and it was 4th down, so everybody's on the field. Guy goes back 80 yards, but it's called back because half his team's on the field celebrating that they stopped 4th down. But they don't realize that there was a fumble and your teammates running through the crowd. Discipline. That effing line, maybe put shot collars on everybody that's not on the field. Here, take my shot collar. Are your shot collars on or off? If I was a coach, everybody has a shot collar, and if you're not in the game, your shot collar's on. If you cross that line, oh, shit. Keenan Allen's got a weird helmet issue, just way up here because his beard and his hair and his helmet's pushed, and like his chin straps, it's like a nose strap. No wonder. And he still has 120 yards, but he couldn't have 150 because he dropped 2 passes because his shit's all up here. What's wrong with extra points these days? What's wrong with kicking a field goal? What's wrong with punting? What's wrong with taking a point? They always come back to haunt you. My craziest one is there's some dumbass analytics book. They write a book that says how much time and where you're at. But apparently the thing now in the 3rd quarter or early 4th quarter or even late in the game, if you're down 14 and you score a touchdown, you go for 2. Two-pointers are 42 to 48%. I'd like to see the percentage that 2-pointers make it when it's the last play of the game and the game's on the line and you need it to win or tie. That's a percentage I want to know. Why would you put it on there? What's wrong with overtime? What's wrong with field goals? And who was it? Might have been Stink. Might have been Jeff Saturday. One of those old school linemen. And I remember he said, it would piss me off. We'd go on a 10, 15 play drive and I'm busting my ass, getting my ass kicked. And we go for it on 4th and 6 and we don't make it. And we go back to the bench with nothing to show for it. And I just busted my ass. And then the D's going to go 3 and out. Well, no, other way around, but whatever, dude. Winning quarterbacks in college doesn't mean shit when you're on a good team. You got the best receivers, the best running backs, best line, terrible opposition. All the great quarterbacks are from Pitt and Stanford and Notre Dame and Texas Tech and Michigan. Backup at Michigan. Hey, bye. At least one person clicked in. I don't even know. Actually, I'm going to click in on my phone and see if it shows up on there. Probably won't because we are in the middle of the rant. This is Backseat Quarterback. This is Tuesday. Every Tuesday I do this. I talk about all the shit that nobody else is talking about. All the dumb shit that the NFL does, coaches, players. Is Jared Goff paid off or threatened? 4th and 1, you got 22 guys in the box, run up the gut. Brilliant. So, yeah, no, never been a great QB out of Ohio State, maybe CJ Stroud. Never been a great QB out of Alabama, Kenny Stabler, but that's different. Raiders, 8 minutes left, 4th down at the 20. They decide to go for it. Could have been a 4-point game. 6 minutes left, 4th down at the 20. Go for it again. Kick. There's nothing wrong with kicking field goals. My battery's running low. Kenny Pickett got sacked on the first play of the game. It's obvious safety, and like the officials are just trying to make ways for it. If that was a 50-yard line, he'd have been at the 49. But since it's the end zone, they're looking at it. Even on, they didn't challenge it for some reason. Just call the game the same. Call the game fair. Let's be fair here, people. I'm gonna breeze through the rest of this. Chargers, 0 points in their first 3 red zones. It's pathetic. That guy should go. 3 late games, 7 games early, 3 in the afternoon. Thanks a lot, NFL. Force feed the commercial. Oh, commercials. What happened to the coffin corner punt? Remember that? And you punt it out of bounds. Now they always try to chip shot it and wedge it. And, sometimes it bounces back, but sometimes coffin corner punt, no, he's going to return it for sure. How about the skyhook? Why is nobody Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time leading scorer? Till LeBron just broke it. Skyhook. What's wrong with that? This looks like my right hand. How about the 46 defense? The Bears. How about the amoeba defense? Shark. Tarkanian. How come nobody does any of this stuff that's proven greatest shit of all time? Is it that hard? You can take a 7-footer and just every day just work on the skyhook and get to the NBA. And Wembanyama. Zach Wilson finally got pulled. Jets offense, 0 yards in the first half. Oh, but hallelujah. After 41 drives without a touchdown. Breece Hall, the guy that I traded. I saw a good one. And I say set hut. This was a 4th down or 3rd down on Sunday night. And it's like this. On the ball, Russell Wilson, set hut, and go. Beautiful. And that fast. Under center, set hut. Gone. 1st down, easy. Not blue 82. Hey, Mike, blue, and the defense is just digging in, and the offense is just, their muscles are slowly wearing out because they're in the 3-point stance for 30 seconds on 4th and inches. Like you're going to call an audible and, oh, wait, let's go here. It's the ultimate team game, people. 53 guys, 22 guys at a time, 11 guys. One guy screws everything up. One guy can carry a basketball team. Baseball, the one guy, he only gets up every 9 times, but he can carry a baseball team. A pitcher, one guy. Football, the ultimate team game. 3rd and 20, and there's a dump off, and they get 22 yards against your team is one of the most irritating things. Little dump offs that go for 22 yards, and the guy misses a tackle, especially on 3rd down. When it's against your team, it's just, 45 minutes in, people. I'm blinking. I can't have my thing run out. Let's see. Anything big? 2nd down, when you have a minute left and you're down and you're going for the drive and there's a dump off and you see a guy, just drop the pass. Why are you catching, make a great catch and here runs the clock and you gain 2 yards? Drop a pass on purpose. And what the hell was the first drive when Minnesota Hawkinson gets under center and throws a pitch to your brand new quarterback and he gets drilled and fumbles. That's where you want to put your quarterback, like he's a running back, and you pitch out to him on a running play, your quarterback, and get him drilled. How about tackle the QB? Mahomes is just the most aggravating. He must be the most aggravating guy for D-line. Moving the extra point back, I think has made field goal kickers better. So remember the first couple years when they moved it back and they were missing a lot of them. Now it's just almost as automatic as it used to be in field goals. I would imagine it seems like they're way up. I didn't look into it. Vegas did really good this week. Quite a few of the money lines, 90%ers, and a couple 80%ers on the spread. Chicago, 2-score lead with 4 minutes left. You give them a touchdown, that's one thing. But then you only run 13 seconds off the clock. You make them burn 2 timeouts. You go run, incomplete, punt. So they score 2:38 left, and they get the ball back with 2:24 left. That's just the Bears. Not much on Monday night, except for this. Quarterback looks like he's running out of bounds, so the defense has to pull back because you can't hit him out of bounds. But then he stops and heads up. Once you're running out of bounds, okay, play's over, period. Don't touch him. There should be maybe almost like a quarterback imaginary line that's 2 yards. I don't know. It's just bullshit that the defense can't hit the guy, but he can keep running. It's got to be a time where just blow the whistle. He's running towards out of bounds. That's it. Okay. What's up? Eagles, best offensive line in the league, gives up 5 sacks in the first half. No tush push on 3rd and 1. Philly actually went in the shotgun and made it 3rd and 6 when you hand off, and then you lose 4 yards. That was weird. Fantasy football, bro. Rain and snow and sleet sucks for fantasy football. And the 2-minute drill, you can't be going in motion. You can't do different. Just you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. Every single play, just you run your pattern, get back to there, set hut. Not, we're going to go 18, 60 blue. No. The clock, running. You cannot do this. There's a bunch of shit you can't do. Bunch of shit you cannot do. All the shit you can't do. Catch the effing ball. MSV, MVS. It's a touchdown. That's 9 points for my fantasy league. Kelsey, Watson, Dix, catch the effing ball. 26 drops through the first 11 weeks, at least 17. And third straight game, I'm going to finish third straight game for the Kansas City Chiefs with 0 points in the second half. Kelsey's distracted. They don't have a receiver they can trust. You can trust Brother Richie, though. Until we meet again, be good. Love yourself. I love you guys. Just how it is. Let's get a little going away music for all you all. I love you. You're beautiful. And until we meet again, ahuyo. No music. Cut.